Good evening, dear children. Today we are going to recapitulate the chapter punctuation. I've already told you what is punctuation. Punctuation symbols are punctuation marks or punctuation symbols are special symbols. They are 14 in number, including question mark, exclamation mark, comma, full stop, different types of colon, semicolon, colon, hyphen. Then we have different types of brackets. But in this class, we are focusing on full stop, question mark, exclamation mark and comma. Before we move on to all these things, it is very important for you to understand that why we need to use punctuation symbols or these symbols along with other symbols which you will learn later in your classes. Very important to learn the punctuation symbols is that it helps you to express yourself better. Whenever we are using punctuation symbols, they help us to express ourselves better. Whether we are asking a question or we are showing that we are surprised by something, these all symbols help us to express ourselves better. Then also it helps to stress. Suppose we are using a comma somewhere or we are using hyphen, these helps in stressing upon different phrases that at different places we can stress our spoken sentences or whatever we are writing, right? Then coming over to, then also it helps us to make our speech clearer. When we are taking a pause and we want to show we are using a comma somewhere, that time it helps us to express ourselves better and also clearer. And the text that we are speaking or using is more clearer and understandable to the listener, right? It is more understandable and clearer to the listener. And last but not the least, these punctuation symbols also help us help us in reading the written text. Whenever we are reading some written text and we find these symbols, this helps us into breaking that sentences at that particular place, taking a correct pause and then speaking, whether we are doing loud reading or we are doing silent reading. That why punctuation marks or symbols are so important in our English language. Moving on to these four, specifically moving and talking about these four punctuation marks: full stop, question mark, exclamation and comma. Where to use a full stop? A full stop is like a dot, and you can see how I have used the symbol of the full stop. It's a dot, and if it's your 4-line copy, you write it or you put this mark on the 3rd line in the 4-line copy, and if it's a 2-line copy, it touches the lower line of the book copy where you are writing the text. Suppose I am writing here A, right? So here comes the full stop. Full stop is used after assertive or imperative sentences, and we all know about assertive and imperative sentences. Assertive sentences we have done, they are of two types, positive and negative. Then imperative sentences also we know, these are short sentences where the subject is not, we don't know the we are not, there is no subject. Like we can say come here immediately. Whenever we are using the full stop, remember one thing, a full stop is a symbol or an indication that whatever is the text or the sentence has come to an end, and it is put at the end of the sentence. When we are sure that the sentence has come to an end, right? That fragment, that sentence has come to an end. Coming to question mark, we can see the symbol of question mark again here in a 4-line copy and in a 2-line copy. Where to use a question mark? Remember, a question mark is always used after interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are asking question sentences with who, when, which, how. We are using question mark when we are asking a question to somebody. Suppose, when did you go home? Where did you leave your pencil box? So after all these sentences, we are going to use the question mark. Then they are also used after question tags, and we have already told you what are question tags. Question tags are when imperative sentences are changed into a they are attached with a declarative or an assertive sentence, and then a question tag is, the question mark is used after them. Suppose I am using the sentence, you are a good boy, aren't you? So here, you are a good boy is an assertive sentence, and aren't you is the question tag, after which we will put a question mark and you make the sentence. Coming to exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is a very interesting punctuation symbol, where exclamation mark is used with sentences where there is an expression of sudden feelings, surprise, and emotions are shown. In those kind of sentences we are using an exclamation mark, like wow, we won the match. So here we are using exclamation mark. Along with this, just notice this sentence, wow, we won the match. So here this wow word, after wow also we are going to use exclamation mark, and then we won the match. Here this is a surprise feeling, feeling of happiness, where this wow is an interjection, and after this also we use exclamation mark. Then we are using exclamation mark after short imperative sentences, like very good, keep it up, well done. These kind of short imperative sentences also we are using exclamation marks. Comma is again a symbol which looks like this, right? And in your 4-line copy you can see it like this, and in your 2-line copy it looks something like this. A comma is always used to divide a text, to separate two texts. Then it can be used to make a text clearer, to express better, to make the text understandable, and to make it easier. And sometimes we want to take a brief pause when we want to slow down and then continue our spoken part. That time we can use a comma. When I say a brief pause, remember we are speaking something and then we are adding on to the text of the spoken part, and we are not coming to an end, that is we are not planning to use a full stop. That place we are using a comma, right? And as I told you, comma, like where we can use it. I like the red, white and the blue shirt. So here the speaker likes 3 colors of the shirt, 3 colored shirts, red, white and blue shirt. So red and white is separated by a comma, right? Remember one thing, whenever we are using since and as in the beginning of the sentence, that time you remember that there are 2 parts of the sentence. One is the result part and one is the reason part. So we will identify the result and the reason part, and when beginning with the reason part of the sentence, we will put a comma at the end of the reason part of the sentence, and following it will be the result part of the sentence. Here you can see very clearly, since you are not playing, this is the reason part of the sentence, right? This is the reason part of the sentence, and this, will you take care of our belongings, is the result part of the sentence, right? So here we have used a comma. Same way, if we are making a sentence with as, and as is used in the beginning of the sentence, that time remember to put a comma after the reason part of the sentence, right?